Fellow South Africans, before going any further, let me ask you a question. Do you think winning the war against poverty and hunger is too good to be true? Do you think it is unattainable? To give you a hint, as you probably know, global challenges require global solution with global participants, which means winning the war against poverty and hunger entails a completely new approach. And I mean a new economic approach, which should bring about having more options on the shelves to choose from and buy better that will save money, and at the same time reaching more markets to sell more products and services that will boost revenue. The economy will grow and jobs will be created. The world we live in is moving from a financially driven world to an opportunity driven world. Money creates corruption. Opportunities creates growth. Fellow South Africans, let us admit that people and businesses, much more than money, they need opportunities. Demand and supply opportunities. That's the trend. A new economic approach is imperative, and there is no turning point. With that in mind, winning the war against poverty and hunger is very much attainable, from city to city and province to province, from country to country, and even from village to village. Good morning. My name is Livio Minda. I am solution concept architect and co-founder at tycüne. And today, I would like to share with you a glimpse of how our new economic model proposal, the world's greatest economic transformation business case, wins the war against poverty and hunger once and for all and throughout the world. And fellow South Africans, why not? Starting right now, right here, at home in Cape Town. But first of all, let's see what are the problems and challenges. If we look around, we see countless people without a job that have to provide to their families. We see more and more struggling businesses edging closer and closer to ending in bankruptcy. If we look at the big picture, we see global economic meltdown. That is a huge problem the whole of society, the entire humanity is facing. Unfortunately, it's real. Therefore, let's shine some light on it. First of all, governments worldwide are under gigantic pressure, wondering how to achieve sustainable economic growth and significant job creation. Look no further than the United Nations and their Sustainable Development Goals, and in particular, Goal 8, Decent Work and Economic Growth, and Goal 9, Industry, Innovation and Infrastructure. And always keep in mind how to achieve Goal 1, no poverty, and Goal 2, zero hunger. In addition, people usually only market what they have to sell without knowing what others want to buy. Thus, poor market intelligence results in a dramatic underrepresentation of buyers' needs and compromises demand and supply dynamics on one hand. On the other hand, traditional media is expensive, production and placement, geographically restricted, has limited audiences, and it's time constrained. As a result, these discrepancies have serious economic consequences. But besides that, and critically important, most existing markets, as well as service and business communities, are invisible, having poor exposure, and they are difficult to access, therefore making business expansion extremely hard and sometimes even impossible to accomplish. On top of that, business intelligence, market research, and knowledge management are key to survival. How many individuals and SMMEs, fellow South Africans, do you think can afford this? But life threatening for any business, public or private, attracting new customers and finding better suppliers is vital. If you don't do it, sooner rather than later, your business will die. So the question is, how does our current economy work? Well, in a nutshell, selling and buying products and services in the marketplace is a realistic description of any economy, including our current economy. The volume of its commercial transactions defines either a shrinking or a growing economy. And currently, financial investments are the main economic incentives, assisting the economic role players to deliver growth and jobs. Hopefully, those financial investments are working in sync and are sustainable. Otherwise, I'm not sure how much growth and how many jobs will be created. Fellow South Africans, let me say it again. If those financial investments are not working in sync, or not earned, or they are not sustainable, growth and jobs are 100% compromised. And for sure, nobody wants that. Now let's look at the facts and see what the statistics are saying. If we have money on X and economic development and jobs on Y, the expected outcome for any economy is linear. In other words, a certain amount of money, M1, is expected to produce a certain amount of economic development and jobs. That's how most of our minds are working. Hopefully, we agree with that. Nonetheless, according to South Africa's statistics, the actual outcome of our current economy is logarithmic. Unfortunately, the same amount of money in reality produces less economic development and less jobs, year in, year out, which means economic decline. But there is always hope, and the hope is being mindful of the needs of others economy. That's right, that's the hope. In this economy, market expansion is basically the main economic driver. Let me explain. When the market is expanding, more options on the shelves will empower you to acquire better supply and save money. More reachable markets will empower you to sell more products and services and increase revenue. In other words, you grow economically. When you grow economically, you prosper, you will expand, and certainly you will create more jobs and retain more jobs. For what purpose are you creating and retaining more jobs? One, to create new products and services. And two, to enhance your current demand and supply. In other words, more opportunities will go back in the market, more opportunities go back in the economy, and the cycle continues. And the market is expanding like a snowball effect. And the economy is expanding like a snowball effect. And fellow South Africans, there is no turning point. On the other hand, to create an increased momentum and to deliver market expansion like a snowball effect, bringing together all the economic role players from all over the world, virtually and literally, talking business, sharing business, and doing business, the bread and butter of any economy. And at the same time, building a whole of society partnership, a formal and resilient partnership, connecting the economy within and across industries and countries, and increasing choice on the shelves and of reachable markets is the best foundation we, all the economic role players together, can and should build. To deliver market expansion like a snowball effect, with our business Remaker Media, which literally scans each and every geographical area and digitizes all its business and service communities, all its formal and informal markets, building a glocal, meaning global and local ecosystem of markets, and at the same time, concurrently and concomitantly, building an enabling environment of demand and supply opportunities is the only way forward. Remember what I said at the beginning, that global challenges require global solutions with global participants. Poverty and hunger are global challenges, and only all the economic role players from all over the world working together in partnership, not merge and or acquisitions, but partnerships, have the necessary power to deal successfully with it. Now let's go back to our graph and see what is happening when on X we replace money with opportunities. Based on our data derived source, one, from Cape Town and the Greater Western Cape province, strong and stand out as well as more than relevant business case, providing indubitable justification as to why a new economic approach is imperative and so desperately needed by both the private and public socio-economic environments. Based on our data, derived source 2, from over a decade of research and technological development, a thorough, resilient work of a viable and sustainable approach solution concept to address the catastrophic recession delivered by economic meltdown at almost all levels. And its sine qua non, e-collaborative e-marketing platform to implement the above model throughout the cities and provinces, countries, and villages. Based on our data, derived source 3, from an operational minimum viable product, which validates that something people need should be built. For building a business remaker media, Glocal ecosystem of markets, an enabling environment of commercial opportunities. Based on our data, derived source 4, from a rather comprehensive proof of concept, which validates that something people need can be built for building an Internet of Needs and alongside a breakthrough marketplace infrastructure based on our data referred to above. The forecasted outcome of our new economic model proposal is exponential, securing growth and jobs. And again, fellow South Africans, there is no turning point. So, now, can you compare these two graphs and see what is happening in reality, the actual outcome, and what can be done about it, the forecasted outcome? You might ask, but Livio, how in the world is this possible? And the answer is by moving from economic incentives to economic drivers, from money being invested to opportunities being created, by moving from outside economy to inside economy, from financial investment to market expansion like a snowball effect. In other words, to secure economic and employment breakthrough, instead of bringing more investments, which the reality proves it doesn't work, let's rather generate more opportunities that will furthermore lead to more investments. I want you to know something. No one, no company, no organization, no government will survive without expanding their market. That's a fact. A trustworthy solution concept to the current economic decline is not only a prerequisite, it is a compelling new business lifestyle. Another thought. The synergy between vision, tycüne media as the solution provider partner, authority, the government as the state administration representative, and experience, those remarkable businesses as the solution implementation partners, has the power to secure economic and employment breakthrough throughout the world, and thus lay a robust foundation to end poverty and hunger once and for all, and thus empower people to grow economically or at least get a job. Now, on that synergy, let's see where in particular the government and those remarkable businesses are benefiting themselves. In other words, what is in it for them? By investing in the business rainmaker media engine, in the holy grail of economics, those remarkable businesses generate an exceptional return on investment, sustaining an inextricably linked social return on investment. And the government, in addition, establishes a new basic utility, the fifth. Allow me to say something here. A while ago, Steve Bannon, a former White House chief strategist, has been pushing for Facebook and Google to be regulated like public utilities. Are you aware of that? Now, fellow South Africans, just for a moment, let's think about what we have. The first business rainmaker media. In other words, the first business media. Not just a social media like Facebook, not just a search engine like Google, but both in one, and even more. Therefore, let us envision, picture in our minds the potential of market expansion to become the fifth basic public utility. And why not? Starting right now, right here at home in Cape Town. As a key strategic partner, a combination of shareholder and stakeholder, and to grow your customer base and develop your supply chain, you can make special use of the big audience, big data platform to deliver quality data science and big data analytics services. If you are familiar with data warehousing technology, you know where we came from. As a solution implementation partner of each and every public-private, formal and resilient strategic partnership being delivered from city to city and province to province, from country to country and village to village, you grow your own footprint right through South Africa and furthermore throughout the world. So, in this be mindful of the needs of others economy, everyone's needs count. Therefore, we call on all the governments worldwide and on each and every economic role players from all around the world. Let's build an internet of needs. Let's build a breakthrough marketplace infrastructure. Furthermore, we are in this economic struggle together, in partnership, public to government, government to public, marketplace interactions with crystal clear transparencies, secures governance of the stakeholders, by the stakeholders and rather for the stakeholders, helping all sectors: agriculture, manufacturing and services, education, health and tourism, governmental agencies, departments and ministries, profit and non-profit, each and every one, including each and every economic role player, whether individuals, SMEs, or large corporations, with their vital market expansion. On that account, now is the time for the South African national and Western Cape provincial governments to step in and become a key part that is the leading initiators and proud founding members of the economic and employment breakthrough implementation movement in each and every city, in each and every province, in each and every country, in each and every village. We trust that our current governments will not miss this unique opportunity to rebuild South Africa and bring hope to its people. To conclude, generating more business opportunities will certainly lead to economic growth. Economic growth will result in increased employment opportunities. New and meaningful employment opportunities will further boost the economy, and so the cycle continues. This is our new economic model, tycüne proposal. Fellow South Africans, as there is a wide open door for a great work here, join the movement. Let's get the government on board. God bless you and all of your dearest ones. In Jesus Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach, mighty name. Amen.